this is Jennifer Beamer, owner-operator of Extra Diet Art by Science, and this is the daily vlog, episode number 53. And today we're going to be talking about a not so recent project I worked on, weaving towels. So in this video, I wanted to just talk a little bit about the wonder that is hand-woven tea towels. Now, I wove these about, not quite 3 years ago, maybe two and a half years ago. And it was part of this little weaving seminar workshop thing that I went to that was sponsored for a guild. And because many of you who have just gotten into weaving because you were a knitter or you made your own yarn, so you're a spinner, it feels like a natural progression, or sometimes it's the other way around. You start weaving and then you think about all these other fibers you can incorporate and then making your own hand spun, blah blah blah. But weaving, I feel, was a natural progression for me, but I had never really learned the specifics. I just kind of watched a YouTube tutorial for like how to set things up. Sometimes I would just look at pictures of other people weaving stuff and thought, okay, well, how do I reverse engineer how they did this setup? So it's been a lot of trial and error for me. And I didn't really do a lot of experimentation. I just kind of went with what was basic. But in this particular workshop, the teacher, who's part of our spinning and weaving guild here in Leicester, had us set up the loom with colors so that we could have some really nice effects produced with colored warps. So because I needed to learn a bit more, these are kind of like samples of the different things that you can do while you're weaving. Mostly I did alternating colors, so I would weave one row of brown and then another row after that would be of blue. And some of these have like special effects. But one of the things that I didn't really anticipate in weaving this was how durable these things are. So, like I said, I've had these for 2.5 years, and I use them very carelessly in the kitchen, wiping up after dinner and things like that. But you can kind of see the surface isn't completely perfect anymore. You know, some of the cotton has kind of started to pill up in some places, and there's some bits of wear like that there. But overall, they've held up very well, and even the fringe, which I thought was surely going to disintegrate, really hasn't. So, and yes, they are different lengths. So this one is much longer than a normal tea towel, but this was my primary color block that I did during the actual seminar, the workshop, and then this one was sort of a shorter version of that. So, you know, it was a really great tasting session to see how you can manipulate the colors in the warp and the weft. And I just used 3 different colors for both of these. You know, if you're gonna weave something, might as well play with color. And right now I have something on my loom, but I really, really want to make another set of these because I use them all the time. They're extremely absorbent. I don't remember what the size of the cotton was for this. This is the cotton I'm going to use next. And this one is a little bit thinner. It says 4-ply. Suggests 28 stitches and 36 rows, and a US needle size 3 or 3 millimeters. So, I mean, looking at it is definitely a sport weight yarn, and I think this one might have been a little heavier, so these towels might be a little bit more absorbent because the yarn that I used was a little thicker. But I've used these, like every time they come out of the wash, I put them on the top of the stack because I like using them. And you know, they've got an incredible amount of durability, which, like I said, I hadn't anticipated. So I'm going to make another set and probably downgrade some of the other ones that I bought. You know, just from the grocery store, because they're starting to look so haggard and they're no longer the color they originally were. And I wash these on hot, right? And the color is really maintained despite all that. So they still look pretty good given the abuse they go through whenever I'm using them. So yeah, I'm going to make another set of tea towels, and if you've never woven and used your own tea towels, I really encourage you to do so. I'm not super good at spinning cotton, so I won't be making hand spun cotton tea towels anytime soon, but I have had a go with linen, and I do have a linen towel that I love using as well. Bought it when I was in Denmark. But I'm much more confident in spinning linen, or I should say flax, of all things. So I might, I've got some extra linen on hand, so maybe after I make some more towels out of this cotton, I will try making a linen one and see how that works on the rigid heddle. From what I've heard, linen and a rigid heddle can be somewhat challenging because you need to have enough slack, because linen doesn't stretch. I mean, cotton will a little bit. Wool certainly does a lot. So, you know, it's going to be a little bit of a challenge switching between fibers, but the cotton was really easy to weave. I felt like I didn't need to alter anything about my method, but I think we'll see how that goes. Anyway, so that's what I've been doing with weaving. I wove two things otherwise, which, you know, I'll tell you about in a different video. But yeah, I really wanted to proclaim the wonders that are handmade tea towels. So if you are interested, I highly encourage you to do it because, like I said, they're very easy to make and they last forever, I swear. Anyway, if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. And if you are a new viewer, thank you for being here and watching this video of me rambling on about cotton towels that I wove 2.5 years ago. If you have any questions or comments or feedback or anything that you want to see in a tutorial video, which there will be more coming soon, just post that in the comments below and I will add it to my huge list of to-do things for videos, and hopefully get to it quite soon. If there's a lot of response, I'll try and work on it so that it comes out a little faster. Sometimes things are complicated because I do a PhD most of the time and don't get to do videos as regularly as I used to, but you know, we're getting there. Anyway, thanks for watching. Bye!